tonight with the Schoenberg and the Chopin preceding it. The fact that, I mean, normally you would have an applause at the end of that, and then we'd go on to the next piece. But by running them together, we're making a statement about that somehow they're connected, and then it's for the audience to, if they want to find out about that connection. I mean, I give it away a bit in the program notes and things like that, but there are many other connections, more than I've mentioned, between those two pieces. So in a way, it's trying to engage as much as we can with the audience and help them on the journey that we're on, that we get so much stimulation from. Is trying to pass it on to the audience, really.
Well, how about this wonderful group of musicians that you have? How do you find them, and how do you persuade them to work with you and to go to? I mean, this lot have just been to, where have you been? You've been in Helensburgh and Mull.
Yes.
Yeah.
And
Mull's fantastic.
Yeah. A wonderful boat journey home.
Yeah.
Pierrot would have loved it.
So how do you put your ensemble together?
Partly because of the type of player that we have in Hebrides, that they're in such demand in so many different places that we couldn't possibly say to them, you know, in 3 months' time we absolutely need you there, because they're probably doing something else incredible then, and they can't be free. So we have a sort of pool of players. I suppose if you came to everything we did for 2 years, 2.5 years maybe, you'd see the whole of the Hebrides ensemble, which is growing as the years go on. But I think what unites all of us is a sort of inquisitiveness and an interest in the music that we're performing, and a desire to perform at a very high level.
Could you talk a little bit about the shows that you've worked on with the Hebrides Ensemble, just to give people that haven't seen all of their work a feeling for some of the past work that's been done?
I've done lots, and I should say I was nothing to do with this show tonight. I was an audience member tonight. We've done lots of things. Will and I have known each other for a long time, and we've done everything, I think, from a little bit of lighting for a concert, right out to a full-blown opera in the Masterton and St Magnus, and sort of everything in between. So we've done bits where there are slide projections behind music from the Holocaust. We've done an extraordinary piece called Room by Dave Fennessy, which was really an exploration of chamber music and what chamber music means. And what we were doing there is just watching the players learn and enjoy and rehearse and worry about and perform their music, which was a completely music thing. There was no acting in it. Well, there was one little bit of acting from Sarah. To opera by Ron Butlin and Lyle Cresswell, and indeed Peter Maxwell Davies. So I was thinking earlier about this. What I think it is a way of bringing different artists in to explore the musical ideas and the ideas actually that exist within Will's head. And Will comes up with these exciting programs, and we ask a composer or a Scottish Dance Theatre, I haven't been involved, but Hebrides has worked with them, different artists and actors to come in and put their perspective, allow the audience into their understanding of these pieces of music, or the journey that Will is taking. And I was struck tonight that we're just watching one person in an outfit that is very bare and simple, but what that adds to the whole thing. And then I also find that I watch the musicians in a different way, which I think is very interesting. For me, it's all about different ways of exploring the music. You do that differently if you've got a libretto, even if you've just got a singer in a more bare event than this, you start looking at the whole ensemble in a slightly different way. And because it's a small ensemble and we watch the communication between them, I always think that's a fascinating thing, even if there's simply 4 players, but we somehow get even more when we do bring those different art forms into it.
Yeah, kind of make ourselves aware of the theatrical dimension. So Sylvie, how did you become involved with this group and with Will's work?
Well, by chance, Will was in Vienna when I was having a rehearsal with the Viennese ensemble, the MacMillan ensemble, at the Schoenberg Center. We rehearsed it with Friedrich Serha, composer, and our violinist invited you to come to see the rehearsal, right? Because you two play in the Chamber Orchestra of Europe. And he saw this rehearsal and decided to do this and invite me to do this with the Hibiscus Ensemble.
And how do you find this experience? I mean, you're working here in the Traverse, which is quite an important theatre, although a smallish one, and you've been to Mull, and you've been in Helensburgh. How has it been?
It's thrilling, it's beautiful, because it's, and it's also, as you said, Pierrot would like it, because it really felt a little bit like bringing those stories and the Pierrot to this island, and there are people coming, and they want to see it and hear it, and it's absolutely, for me, it's an absolutely fantastic atmosphere, and the working atmosphere is good. It's very quiet and very precise, and actually I find those landscapes respond so well to what is said in some of the poems, and it's so nice, because I really feel like bringing Pierrot a little bit around, take a little trip, and I find actually the audience amazingly concentrated and focused, and it's really beautiful. Yeah.
What do you, I mean, you have a kind of special relationship with this piece. What do you think is the kind of secret attraction of this Pierrot figure for you?
To me, personally, it has, it's a little bit what Will already said in the beginning. It's very rich. It has very tender, very fine views on world, on sentiments, on feelings, and it also has ugly, terrifying, scary moments, and it has mean things, and it has, I mean, I have never seen in such a compact form, and everything is kind of shown in the music as well, and in the composing of the voice, which is exactly tonally done. I have just never seen in such a concentrated form such a large universe, and it is a whole universe, and each time you take it up again and start working on it again, you kind of get on another layer, and it has the outside story, but it's exact and precise, what goes for the inner perspective.
Just one last little question. When you are in the character of Pierrot, do you feel that you are a man or a woman, or both, or neither?
I don't care. But it's actually, I was thinking about this yesterday or 2 days ago. It's. I feel like everything is allowed. It's allowed to be absolutely desperate, to be happy, to be fun. Everything has a room. Everything is space for everything, and in a very, very strong form. And this is what really gives for me the high interest.